Hello, and welcome to Writing a Master's Thesis in 10 Weeks. This is the episode 4 out of 10. Why am I doing this? Because I want to put myself under pressure and to help myself reach this goal. What did I plan to do last week? I set myself the goal to work 15 hours on my master's thesis and that I would reach in my main text file 27 pages. What did I accomplish last week? Well, I did not manage to write 15 hours. I did not manage to work 15 hours on my master's thesis. I only managed to do a little bit below 10 hours of work, and I reached the 25 pages in my master's thesis. If I would have reached 15 hours of work, well, perhaps I would have then even reached 30 pages. Maybe. So why did I fail to reach this week's goals? Here I want to implement the 5 whys to analyze the reason for my failure. This is taken from the Toyota principles from lean manufacturing, and I want to apply it here to analyze my own master's thesis. So let's see. Here is my reasoning. So my work time, so because I'm working at the same time while I'm writing my master's thesis, last week the work time consumed the time from thesis writing. And why? Well, why did the work time consume the time from my thesis writing? Well, because the work was chaotic. Why was my work chaotic? Because I had a lot of unexpected tasks. Why did I have a lot of unexpected tasks? Because my planning was bad for the working. So I was very reactive to work, and that's why I just did a lot of, tried to manage the chaos, and it consumed time from other things. And why was my planning bad? Because I did not put enough time for proper planning. So here are the 5 whys. Okay, so which one thing can I do this week to help myself reach this week's thesis writing goals? Well, the one thing that I surely can do to help myself reach my thesis writing goals is to define 2 wildly important goals for this week's work. So I think that by laying a clear focus on my work time and to define 2 most important goals for this week's work, it will help me to prevent this chaotic work from happening this week. So this will also not then, this will prevent my chaotic work from spilling into from my other tasks that I want to complete this week. So this is what I will do. And what will I do this week? So this is regarding my thesis writing. I have noticed that only to just basically putting time on thesis writing is not actually a super, it's not that very accurate measure, because when you put on the clock and then you begin working, you might also be doing all kinds of other work that is not very efficient, that isn't that efficient for your thesis. So for example, you might be taking breaks, you might be just reviewing some articles, you might be doing basically some work that is seems to be productive, but which actually isn't productive. So for example, if you're just reviewing some articles but you're not producing text, well, then you're not going forwards in the thesis writing. So that's why I've defined for this week, from Monday to Friday, I will daily dedicate 4 Pomodoro 25-minute Pomodoro sessions for article review and note taking. So this is active active article review and note taking sessions, which I will then, after each, in the end of these 4 Pomodoro sessions, I will then put these notes to the main thesis text. So this will ensure that I will actually be producing text for my master's thesis, and that I will this week reach 35 pages. And that's it for this week's episode. Thank you very much.